the other women who've inspired you?
Oh, many. I have to say first, my mother, just a tough, determined woman who worked through all of the arrows that were, shot her way. But also one of the first female judges I ever came in contact with, who's now passed away, is Judge Carol Miller. And the reason she was a mentor for me is she went to law school after she raised her children. And I was a young lawyer, and she was a judge, and she was very no nonsense, and she would talk to the lawyers in chambers before she's going on the bench, and she would take off her skirt, and so she's wearing a slip, and she's taking off her shoes, and it's the kind of thing a working mother does. She's getting ready, she's talking, she's telling you she's not going to take that kind of argument. You better watch yourself on the record. And she was just a Renaissance woman, and she didn't care what you thought, and she did it her way. And I admired that she did it with grace. Cecily Bond. There's just a lot of women who you take pieces from, because you can't ever be someone you're not. You can't be someone inauthentic. But you also can't, when I first became a DA, I knew I couldn't be the pound the table, scream and yell kind of DA. That wasn't me. And so I had to look around and find pieces of people that I thought were in me that I could accumulate to be the DA or the judge or the person. To this day, I think one of my biggest role models, Donna knows him, is Vance Ray. Vance Ray is this accomplished jurist, but before even he was an accomplished jurist, he lived through the 60s in the South, and that's where he went to school. And as an African-American man coming through that, and then coming to the Capitol and walking the halls, and he shared his stories about the kind of reaction he would receive as a black lawyer in the Capitol early on. And he's like sort of my relatives. For all the hardship and all the prejudice that he has seen, he's the most compassionate man. Never says a bad thing about anyone, and is always positive and sort of tomorrow's another day, tomorrow's another day.